Are players buying less play booster boxes? Are play booster boxes the failure everyone thinks they are? Because if you're one of the players who's had that suspicion that maybe they're just not as good as they should be, you're not the only one, and the numbers are starting to show. This video has a lot of information for you. Stick around, let's get started. We are 4 sets in to the play booster box era. And just how well is it doing? How accepting are players of this new product lineup? That's what we're here to discuss. Welcome back, everyone. MTG Moxman here. Thank you again for hanging out with me on my channel for another video today. And I gotta be honest, gotta be truthful. The information today is not what I expected, but at the same time, I'm here to give you information about what's happening, not what I want to have happen. It started with Murders at Karlov Manor. Now, the negativity for this set is pretty much universal. No cards of real value. We had the new price of play booster boxes. Things didn't really go well. But how are they doing now? And how well are the sales happening across the board? Well, let's take a look at this product. So, we got our beautiful play booster box. It's been discounted multiple times. It's on sale locally here in Toronto for $199 Canadian, which of course is still pretty expensive by US terms, but don't worry. I'll show you some US prices as well, because we can take a look at TCG Player here. And if you look in the last number of days, it sells a box or two a day. So we're talking 30, 40 boxes a month at most. But if you look further back, there are a week or two where nothing gets sold at all. And the boxes are at a rock bottom price of $100 right now, which would make it around $140 Canadian. We don't get those prices like the US guys do, but you can still look at that comparison and say, it's being discounted, it's super cheap. And the real ironic thing is, if we compare this against older boxes that have been around for 4 or 5 years before play booster boxes, you would actually find that many of those older boxes, the original set booster boxes, they're selling better. I've got Jumpstart booster boxes are selling better than some of these products, because you can find a Jumpstart booster box of the Brothers War for like $60 Canadian, which is like 40 bucks US. People are buying that more than they are paying for the Murders at Karlov Manor. Now, when we take a look at our next one, here we are going to the Outlaws of Thunder Junction. You can see here this box is $209.95. Not on sale. This is just what they're charging to get this box. And of course, when we go and take a look at the product, remember, the story didn't do well, but people liked the plot mechanic. They liked some mechanic ideas inside this set, and it carried very well into the actual product lineup. We had some fairly good, decent sales at the initial drop of this set, but how did they carry on now, months and months later? Well, you can see here, it's 1 or 2 boxes again. They're barely selling weekly. Things on eBay are even worse. Local sales, maybe 1 box every 3 weeks. That's rock bottom. The money has moved on. The money is no longer here for these products, and that's why stores are afraid to sit on any of this stuff. That's why stores don't collect a massive amount, like a whole pallet full of these anymore, because they can't sell them, they can't move them, and the next product, because of this crazy schedule of releases Wizards does, when we thought we had a break, remember that break? If you guys don't recall, there was supposed to be nothing after Duskmorn, and now we've got Foundations. Interesting, but it's okay. Because you know what? Our next set had to do better, right? Because Burrow costs about 10% more almost than the other boxes. This thing is $219.95. So Burrow, this one is selling because it's not discounted. It's actually a little bit more expensive. So when you look at the sales online on things like TCG Player, you can see that this box has multiple sales in a day. But guess what? It may be selling multiple boxes a day on TCG Player, but it's still only about 30 boxes a month. Locally, they're about 2 boxes a month at a lot of the local stores that I've checked with, and that's the big stores selling 2. The smaller stores are selling about 18 packs a month. Guys, Burrow lacked value. It's a great box set. A lot of fun stuff. People love the furry critters. Mrs. Mox is on this like you wouldn't believe. She loves watching me play. No, I still can't convince her to play, but she likes it. But the value in the cards, not the playability, it's a great set to play, but the value for what you're being charged doesn't seem to carry through. It seemed like when you were opening packs of these play booster boxes, they didn't have the same initial excitement and feel that we had when we had set boosters. They're that hybrid version of these two culminating things. So you had draft boosters, and then you could actually draft with them. But they gave us set boosters, which were more exciting but hard to draft with, so they combined them together and said, this is going to work. But there seems to be a diminishing return on value. It seems like there's less inside these packs with each passing set. And this whole theme of giving you less but charging you more is a real run-on thing. And there's one more set, because I told you we're 4 sets in, and this is still the beginning for Duskmourn. Remember, this is the beginning, not the end. So here's Duskmourn. You notice it's not as expensive as Burrow? Interesting. And when you take a look at the sales, that whole sheet is lit up with Play Booster Box sales, $128, which puts it around 170 Canadian. So yes, the Canadians are still overpaying by about 30%, but there's a lot of sales. But what that's not showing you is even with 2 pages in of sales, so it's about 80 boxes, give or take, in a 2-week period. Guys, Burrow did better than that. When I look back at the sheets on that, it was doing about 240 every couple of weeks before everything really started dying down between now and Duskmourn. The money is definitely moving on. The Play Booster Boxes sales are actually dwindling faster than other product lines. You can go back and buy a set booster of something like Kaldheim and you'll do better. You can go back and look at sets like War of the Spark, which is only $199. It costs as much as a Play Booster Box, but players are having more fun, and it sold 2 boxes more than Outlaws of Thunder Junction in a month period at some of the, 2 of the stores I checked with. The point is, Play Booster Boxes are not nearly as sought after as Wizards probably intended. The increased price has definitely diminished the sales return on these products. And we've also seen a declining return on collector boxes. And it doesn't matter to me if you've heard something different elsewhere. I'm giving you my opinion and the numbers I've looked at across the entire spectrum of the stores, TCG Player, eBay, and some other places I have access to. I've been looking at these, and those collector boxes, even if you buy them and open them or buy them and sit them on a shelf, anywhere that has a large portion of those things seems to be sitting on them for long periods of time, and they can't move them. So yes, the price doesn't go down, but you can't sell them. Because there's so many products coming along, it doesn't carry weight. And I'm not picking on collector boxes, but it's one of those things that keeps coming up when people ask me, and I'm telling you, the numbers don't add up for the long-term value of those collector boxes right now. I still think Wizards is doing something like hack and slash through some of their product lines to cut the numbers, to make them more desirable. But if they keep the reprint status the way they have it right now, it is not going to bode well for what comes in the future. So if you're a person who loves those collector boxes and you want to open them for fun, absolutely. If you're a player out there, though, who thinks you can sit them on a shelf and make some real, good returns on them, it's not ever going to happen unless something crazy changes things around. And Wizards is unlikely to change. They're a company, they need to make money. So I guess the moral of the story is, the money in this game moves on so quickly now because of the speed of these releases that there's no time to sit back and relax and think something's going to work out when it's not. I don't know about 5 years from now. I can only tell you what I can see at the moment. And this first year of us seeing now 4 of the products coming around, it does not bode well for the long-term health of any sealed product. It doesn't look good for anyone who wants to buy it to sit on it unless they just want to enjoy it and understand that it's not going to go up in value. The value of the cards inside the set are far less than they used to be, but it's still a great product for a draft night, but probably not at this price. So for every good thing I can think of, I've got a rebuttal that doesn't add up well. Guys, I want you to enjoy Magic. I want us to have a good time, but I want to keep people informed of what's going on out there. As far as I'm concerned, the Play Booster Box is a failure as a product line. I don't know if Wizards is going to fix it or tweak it or make the pulls a little bit better or make some of the cards a little bit stronger. We have to wait and see what Foundations does. But right now, it looks pretty grim. It looks pretty bad. And I hope you guys put some comments out there. Didn't you feel like the set booster actually added some oomph to the set? And those were $130 a box. And then you had the regular booster boxes for like $124, $130. And those set boosters were just $5 more. And now we get these. 36 packs, sure, but you're paying a lot more money for them. It feels like a tax on a new product. You guys let me know what you think. But in my estimation, I'm sticking with my opinion unless you guys can convince me otherwise. It's a failure. They've done badly, and they're not likely to do better. The only one that comes out a little bit ahead right now is Burrow, and that's that animal fuzzy feeling we got, but the value is not there in the secondary market, so things are starting to tank off pretty quick now. Thanks again for tuning in. I look forward to seeing your comments in the comments section. And of course, tomorrow is the top 10, the hottest selling cards in Magic this week. We're probably likely to see some crazy stuff going on. And I already know with the reserve list buyouts we've been seeing because of the possible changes to Commander, that there's going to be some nutty stuff on the Sunday. So we'll see you guys on the Sunday for the top 10 reserve list as well. If you enjoyed today's content, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I do put out new content every single day, and we're only about 345 subscribers away from getting to 25,000. Thanks again, everyone. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Now, here's the end of the video. These are all the patrons, the demigods, the table lords of my board. These are the ones who make it happen, the party room patrons. Guys, without the patron heroes of this channel and all those Devi supporters out there, not to mention the guys in the Necronomicon waiting room, we'd have a lot of trouble here on the channel because without them, we don't have a channel. So thanks again to my supporters. I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Have a great day, everyone. I can't tell you guys how bad it is. It's ridiculous. Now, I'm going to give Burrow a pass in the sense it is a good product. It has a lot of fun stuff. But the value of a lot of those cards, long term, doesn't look like they're going to hold. We have to see. But they're the only one that's up in the air. Everything else, the sales dwindle off so quickly. The turnaround is so fast that a lot of stores are going to be thinking, I'm not getting caught with this stuff. They'll keep their numbers super razor thin margin, which means print runs go down. Oh, wait. Ramble Jamble! We're ready to hit the Ramble Jamble. Ramble Jamble! So, what I'm talking about here is box prices could actually rebound. If you're here this far in the video, I'll be honest. There is a chance for these boxes to go back up because they're charging more for the newer boxes. It drags the old box prices up, but there's so many of them on sale. Like if you look at places like 401, like I showed in the video, guys, you look at 401, they have like 45 boxes on sale. You can get Brothers War Jumpstart boxes for like 60 bucks. It's insane. You still have a chance to get some decent cards. You can get Dominaria, and you can still get a Shieldred. Like, at some point, it's going to be running out, and these things are all limited, don't get me wrong, and Jumpstart's not the best format, but for a learning format, it's great to try it out, or having just a random night playing some Magic. I totally understand those prices, because those are the prices they should have been, and they would have sold, but these are the on-sale prices. And they have so many products on sale. They have so much in stock that that's a big store. Little stores don't carry that. They're not taking the risk on that. So those prices eventually will get sucked out of the market, and eventually they'll go up in value to a degree. Because I think when the numbers come out 3, 4, 5 years from now, and the print runs get smaller and smaller because they're tightening things up because nobody's reordering, because the money is moving on so quickly, somebody who does want to go back and experiment with an old box is going to be paying a bit of a premium. Possibly. I'm just saying it's one scenario I've looked at, and it has happened before, so chances are it can happen again. Either way, we're here. We're at the end of the video. I got stuff to do. We got places to go. And do I have dinner to make? I think I have to make dinner still. What time is it? Yeah, I probably should have started dinner about an hour ago. But there was a lot of fun putting this video together. The sales are so bad. It is such a failure, and most people don't even know what's happening. But when you see things move the way I see them, nothing's going on afterwards. Set 3 weeks out, chopped off. Hope for the next set. Guys, have a great one.